and wait for some more people to trickle in here. Just got back from Matt's place. We were filming this week's videos. We continued the X-Men movies, so the ones that come after First Class, and we did that, and then we did a couple lives. Did a live on Holden's channel, live on Matt's channel, and some behind-the-scenes videos and stuff. So just got home and decided I'm not tired yet enough to go to bed anyway, so I was going to play some more Avengers, hopefully get further into the campaign. We got Black Widow on the squad now. Let's see if I can die less than I have been traditionally in this series. And yeah, let's just play some Avengers and chill out, man. And man, Comic Books, what's going on? Saying let's go. Let's go indeed. Let's kick some butt. All right. Let me silence my phone here. Mighty Potato. Oh, all the comments are coming in. Ash is sitting next to me. Hopefully you guys will hear her better. She's going to read the comments while I play so I don't die as much. And because I think they come in out of order on the actual screen here. They kind of get ahead of whatever comes out on the live. So I'm going to let her take it away. Ash?
Hello, everybody. In the comic book says, I've been binging some of your old videos. Holden named me the MTG Magic the Gathering terms was pretty funny.
Thanks. If I could go back, and reshoot the Magic the Gathering terms that I had Holden guess what he thought they meant, I probably wouldn't have done 50 of them. I would have done like 25, and I probably would have edited it differently. But I mean, that's what happens when you make videos, and then you get better as you go along in your YouTube career. So I'm glad you were able to watch it and enjoy it. I watched it the other day, and I thought it was a little hard to get through just because I thought I did way too many phrases. I should have maybe done a second video. But thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it, man.
Basically, everybody's saying hi. Tristan said he had a bad day and glad he can just relax.
Oh, Tristan, I'm sorry you had a bad day, man. We all have bad days sometimes, and as long as you feel comfortable enough, vent to your friends, vent to, here on the stream, feel comfortable and get your feelings out, air everything out, and definitely, feel free to do that here. Hopefully the stream helps your day out.
Rescue in the nick of time.
You fishing for a compliment, Tony?
Hopefully it helps you out, and sorry, the volume was high on the game. Hopefully you feel better by the end of the stream. Let's just have fun. I'll answer some questions. Let's talk some FYIs, trivias kind of thing. Talk, basically what we do all the time. Talk about our experiences in life overall, what we're into and stuff like that. Hopefully that'll make you feel better, buddy.
Isaac Fox is here. Random
can't get rid of you, can I?
Looney's here. And then King of the Hills 34 donated $1.99, and he's sending well wishes.
Thank you so much, King of the Hills. Appreciate the super chat, man. You're awesome. You're supporting all of us, and you're great. I really appreciate, the support and everything. And yeah, well wishes for everyone in the chat as well, coming from us. And hopefully you're staying safe. I know that the weather is getting crazy. There's supposed to be like a hurricane or a tropical storm or something brewing up here in the States or around the States. So hopefully those of you that are in the States, stay safe and definitely, do your homework when it comes to like stocking up on water and stuff if that's necessary in your area.
Prime's here. He says, "Yo, Pastor, everyone drop a link."
Prime, I appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much, man. We definitely got to get together. I still haven't opened my PC. I need to do that and hopefully have you over and give me a crash course on what I need to do, if I need to purchase anything else for it to work at peak perfection or peak optimization or whatever. That kind of deal. I haven't opened it yet, but we'll do it soon.
Trent Stafford says, "How's it going? And hope your family is doing well."
Thank you, Trent. I really appreciate it. Yeah, we're blessed, man. We're all in good health. We're staying safe and as safe as we can be, And yeah, everything's going great, man. I hope everything's going well with you.
Master G is asking a question. He says, "Would you consider playing this game with subscribers?"
That's a good question. Yes, I want to play this and other games with with the subs and stuff. I am trying to figure out the best way for everyone to enjoy the content as far as like playing with me, and not just make it super highly exclusive. I do want to, however, put it on Patreon at some shape or form, maybe, you know, the mid tier and the high tier, just to kind of condense it a little bit and make you guys feel a little bit more personal, like the relationship. You know, you guys, if it's a smaller group as opposed to just an open invitation, you know, I think that you guys will enjoy it a little bit more, and we can, like, I can control it a little bit and do multiple sessions so everyone can get their chance to, you know, hang out and you know, contribute and say their piece and everything. Plus we'll be playing games together. My Patreon right now is up and running. If you go on patreon.com/snapkeep videos, I believe is the link off the top of my head. There are 3 tiers. I'm currently working on a Sith tier because I think it was Patrick that told me if I can make a Sith tier, he definitely become a patron, because he can't have Jedi associated with his name, which I thought was really funny. So I'm working on that now. This week, I'm pretty much going to dive into my channel and my content in general. I'm probably going to shoot a bunch of videos that I've been brewing and putting on the back burners and stuff. This week, I'm going to be really busy. So hopefully the Patreon will be up and running. I'm shooting the intro video, my intro video of, like, welcoming you to Patreon and stuff, so I can have something on the Patreon channel for you guys to see. And my first video of having the Patreon up and running will be coming out soon, and that's when you guys will start seeing, those of you who are patrons will start seeing your names at the end of those videos from now on, because I've been just doing lives since I launched Patreon. So once I get that going, it'll be a little bit more official, and I won't feel so bad that I don't have any content on there for you guys, and you guys have already become patrons, so thank you in advance. I hope you stick with me.
Thomas says hello all. And then Comic Books is saying, I'm enjoying watching you play Avengers, but just waiting for The Last of Us 2.
And then Comic Books, it's gonna happen, I promise. I want to finish this first, and actually I'm gonna go right into Last of Us 2. So as soon as I'm done with the story mode of this game, I'm not going to do anything else. I'm not going to do any of the side missions or anything just yet. I'm going to take a break, go into Last of Us, because I know it's more of a RPG as opposed to how this is more like Destiny, where it's like a bunch of side missions, a bunch of repetition, a bunch of grinding. I'm going to play through Last of Us. First and foremost, because I promised you. Secondly, I really want to know what happens, and it is more of a straightforward narrative gameplay. Once I'm done with The Last of Us, then I can come back to this and start doing all the side missions and all that stuff.
We did a little digging in the data you sent me from the prison. AIM was able to successfully transport most of the Inhumans.
Yeah, today was okay, you know, for me. You know, I'm happy that I'm streaming. I'm getting my mind off of, you know, certain things, but I'm glad that all of us are here together and we're talking about, you know, our day and stuff. And like I said, feel free to, you know, vent, and you know, I hope that this helps you guys out. It's definitely helping me work through some you know, stuff that's has me feeling down as of late. But always going on stream and talking to you guys and having that connection helps me feel a lot better. And I hope that it helps you guys as well. And don't be shy, like I said. If you feel free to talk about anything, and as long as it's appropriate. But you guys know that I don't have to say that.
Prime says, my ears are burning today. Then Matt said, you guys were talking about me today.
Oh, yeah. So I think, I'm almost positive, what Matt's referring to is your take on Thanos. It came up during one of our reviews for one of the videos we shot today. We were talking about a correlation between a character and how we perceived the character, and comparing it to how you perceive Thanos, and how it was just the way that you articulated, you know, your feelings for Thanos and why you believe that he is, you know, whatever the situation calls for, whether it's the best villain or the best character. You know, we were just drawing a lot of parallels to how you articulated yourself, and made so much sense, you know, discussing like the 5 stages of grief, and just making everything more deep, and, you know, adding your 2 cents and making it such a valuable, you know, opinion. We were basically just drawing off of that and comparing you to that, so it was nothing bad.
Toby Music says, hey Pastor, sorry I'm late.
Oh, Toby, no worries, man. Don't I'm glad you were able to come by. Don't worry about being late or anything. We just kind of started. My wife and I don't think she watched your live stream either, so unfortunately we didn't get a chance to see it live, but we will definitely watch it. If you could do me a favor just for like speed, and I don't have to go digging, because I really want to watch it. If you don't mind, if you have me on Instagram, it's Boogeyman of Bern, and definitely if you don't mind sending me a link to that concert that you played that was live a couple days ago, and my wife and I will definitely blow it up on our big TV in the living room and watch it together.
Emmett Comic Book says that your package will be there tomorrow, the tracking says.
Oh man, I'm so excited. I'm definitely, if you don't mind, I know we were talking today on Matt's Live, I believe we touched on the topic of opening the stuff that you guys send us during the via the PO box. I know I think we're going to leave it up to personal preference between all of the YouTube channels, but I know for a fact, me personally, I'm all about that kind of stuff. I love watching my favorite YouTubers open up their fan mail. I love getting a kick out of those videos. I find myself watching them in their entirety. So I know I am up for it. I don't mind if I do it on a live. I'll set up my camera, or I'll set up my phone and just film a live every single time I get a package. I don't mind if it's 1,000 videos, just to say thanks to you guys and opening them live. I'm all up for that. But if you guys don't want me to, for whatever reason, I totally respect it. Please do me a favor and just like write a note in the package, or on the package or wherever, reminding me that you don't want me to open it on camera. And I won't. I will 100% keep it at a personal level and open it in the privacy of my own home. And I won't televise it or broadcast it or anything. But if you do want me to, feel free to say yes, open up my pack, because I don't mind. I would find it a lot of fun.
Mr. Panton says, "Hey, Pastor."
Hey, what's going on? Is it Pantone?
Pantone.
What's going on, man?
Jerry Lopez is asking you if you heard about John Cena playing Sandman.
What? No, I have not. Jeez, John Cena playing Sandman. That is crazy. Okay, so right off the bat, my first response to that is I can totally see John Cena playing a family man. 100%. I can see him, going in there and doing the whole family man thing and then having a tragic backstory. So I'm okay with that. I don't have any problem with that myself, but I'm eager to see what you guys are here to hear what you guys think about your boy John Cena playing the Sandman. And I guess in the upcoming Spider-Man movie for Phase 4, maybe. I'm not sure, since I didn't even know he was going to play Sandman. I don't know what movie or what show or whatever he's gonna play him in.
Oh, Chief's here, by the way.
Chief Supreme, what's up? Hero will automatically be selected but can be changed. Okay, so
the Pablooni is asking, was Apocalypse the character Matt was talking about when he mentioned Prime?
Was Apocalypse what now?
The character Matt was talking about when he mentioned Prime.
I don't remember. It very well could be. I think. I'm not sure. I don't remember. It was. I know that mentioning Prime was very brief, and we kind of all just. I can't remember if it was Matt or Jeremy or myself. I honestly, I don't remember which one of us mentioned Prime, and then the rest of us were kind of like, "Yeah, good point," So, it may have been. I'm not really sure though. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Toby Music says that he's messaged you on Instagram before. His is at toby.mifsud.
Gotcha. Sweet. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely go on my Instagram as soon as I get off the live, and I will watch that performance, because I know my wife's super excited. We're both really into music, so we're both super stoked to watch your performance. And I believe you said you were the bassist and backup vocals, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll definitely keep an eye out for that, and a pre-game congratulations. I'm gonna say, even though I haven't seen it yet, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be awesome.
Mitchell Jones says that I can't stay. It's almost 3 a.m. in the UK, but glad to see you're enjoying the game. Keep up the grind, my dude.
Thank you so much. I'm trying so hard not to, have these. I know that a lot of you are overseas and stuff, so I can't stress it enough that, you know, you guys are awesome just for sliding by and saying hi. But always remember, you can watch the stream at your leisure. It'll be posted automatically to my YouTube channel. So don't feel like you have to watch it live to be, you know, to be a fan or to contribute. It doesn't hurt my feelings or anything. Please just worry about your lives first, because I want you guys to be healthy, safe, you know, in your lives before you decide to give me your precious time. But I really appreciate it, and get yourself some good night's sleep, and have a good day tomorrow, bud.
Right now everybody's kind of debating about whether or not the John Cena thing is actually right. Apparently he posted something, a fight between Sandman and Spider-Man on his Instagram, and that's why people are kind of speculating about it, but they're not really sure if it's official yet. I don't think there's anything official out that says that he's actually going to be the Sandman. Gotcha.
Okay. Well, either way, I'm intrigued. I am definitely intrigued. I want to see where they go with it. If John Cena plays, I don't think that he's gonna like bomb it or anything. I think John Cena is very capable of playing any kind of role. I think, you know, he's done enough movies, and he's done enough shows and just acting in general, that I think it would have to be a super like involved intellectual role for him to have to like bring his acting game. But I think it'll be fine.
Brian says, or Brian, I'm sorry, it's Brian.
Brian De La Paz is here.
De La Paz, he says, "Are you watching the Giants game tomorrow? I remember you saying you were a Giants fan, and I'm a Seahawks fan."
I think you were on when you were on Matt's live, or it may have been Holden's live. You were talking about the Seahawks are back. I'm gonna try and watch the football games as much as I can. I think, if I'm not mistaken, we're about to get on. I think T-Mobile is the carrier we're about to get on, cell phone wise, and I think they have a package with NFL Sunday Ticket or something like that on sports. If it is football related, I definitely will love to watch the to finally watch a Giants season again, and just follow football in general, because I love watching football. So I would love to. If not, then just get the highlights and that kind of thing online. But yeah, dude, Seahawks. I'm not that type of person that's like, you know, Giants or bust. I love everyone's fandom when it comes to, especially with sports, because sports are just so, you know, it pretty much makes our country into 50 mini countries. You know, people that are diehard fans about their sport in their own respective state. I love that, because it's a fandom like watching, you know, soccer overseas in Europe and in, you know, the UK and stuff. People are so passionate about soccer. I love that. So it's great. I think it's awesome that you're excited to watch your favorite NFL team go back on the green, man.
Everybody's saying you should make me the moderator. So make me a moderator. Let's see. Nick Mayfield is watching the chat, but he is getting on the highway and can't chat much. But he'll be, I guess he's watching you guys in the background.
Oh, well, if you're driving, drive super safe, man. Don't risk your safety just to watch the live. I really appreciate your dedication, but I care more about your safety. Be careful out there, man.
My Potato 69 says, "I hope the mention of Uncle Ben by name in the third Spidey film, because as
exactly
a
as you predicted.
it's frustrating that
I've
they
been
didn't show a
monitoring the
picture
AIM
or
laboratory you
anything at all."
identified in the Utah Badlands. The scientists were
I'm sorry, I was
transferred in
responding
this
to a text. I heard half of that. Can you repeat it real fast? Yeah.
Sure.
No. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Mighty Potato 69 says, "I
We
hope
have
the
been in
mention
contact with a
Uncle.
group of scientists inside
I
AIM.
hope they mention
They want to
Uncle Ben
defect
by
to the
name in the
resistance.
third Spidey
Then
film,
it's a
because as
rescue
a
op.
lifelong Spidey fan, it's been
Nice.
frustrating that
These
they
are some
didn't show a
smart
picture or mention
folks.
him at all."
Maybe even smarter than you.
Of Uncle Ben.
Use their
Yes,
brains
I'm
on our
assuming
side.
in the latest Spider-Man
I'll take
movie,
point,
Marvel.
but be ready to send in some
Oh,
backup when I call.
yeah. I don't remember the MCU, like the Tom Holland Spider-Man, ever having a moment where Uncle Ben was mentioned or anything like that. I don't know. Don't quote me on this. I haven't done my research or anything, but maybe it's because the that whole version of Spider-Man is so different. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they're just like, you know, Aunt May is a lot younger, and you know, I don't know. I don't know why they didn't focus on that. Maybe because they didn't want the fans to be like, we get it. Uncle Ben died. But from a hyper super Spider-Man fan like you, I do understand where it could be, you know, in poor taste to leave off someone who is probably one of the most impactful Spider-Man characters in the entire lore of Spider-Man. you know, especially for me, how much I treasure my uncle who passed away that got me into comic books. And, you know, my uncle is my connection to who I am as a person, really, as far as most of my fandoms, video games to horror movies to comic books. You know, I owe my Uncle Pastor everything, you know, and wherever he is, I hope to see him one day again. So that relationship between Peter and his Uncle Ben is very, you know, like integral to the story. So I definitely vibe with you on that, man.
Encouraging defections right under Ames' nose. Nice.
I appreciate you uploading the streams for us overseas, John. Before I go, can I ask which Avenger you're enjoying the most so far in Avengers?
So as far as like which player in the game I have the most fun with, it's definitely Thor. I've only played with Thor a very little bit in the very beginning of the game. I haven't gotten to him yet again. So I still am confident when I say that because I had the most fun with the hammer. The hammer mechanics and the physics of how the hammer works in the game and the interface and everything is so much fun. You know, calling it back and throwing it and spinning it and, you know, all of that. It's just so diverse and so, you know, it makes me happy because Thor is my favorite Avenger. So the fact that his gameplay is so much fun for a Thor fan, I think they nailed it. Which means that maybe people that love like Black Widow as much as I love Thor probably feel the same way about her interface. But Thor is my favorite.
Also, Blaze is here. I guess he's one of the moderators.
What's going on, Arthur? How you doing, man?
Your path is clear. Minimal defenses, no alarms triggered.
Incoming.
Ben Johnston says just here to quickly say hi. Can't stay because I have school in 6 hours.
Oh, well, I really appreciate you hanging out and get yourself some rest and have a good day at school tomorrow, man.
Okay. There's the junction facility. To get inside, you'll need a bit of help from Jarvis.
Miss Romanoff, this facility is locked down with local security protocols. To disable
Yes, I think the game is pretty awesome. I think they definitely made a game that fans of something like Ultimate Alliance, I'm not sure if you're familiar with that one. If you're a fan of Ultimate Alliance, I think you're going to enjoy this game. I think most of you, like myself, will look at it as kind of like an upgrade with like today's graphics and today's like, you know, processing power of video games and stuff like that. I think it's kind of hard not to like the game overall. I can see people just not liking aspects of the game, like if they butchered your favorite character in whatever way, shape, or form. But in broad strokes, I think objectively, if you're a Marvel fan, you're gonna like this game to some degree. There's gonna be a majority of it that you vibe with, you know. Just from that versatility of it not being about one character. You get to play with whoever you want, and like this right here, you get to see, like I'm playing as Black Widow right now, but if I move the camera just slightly, you see Iron Man kicking butt, you see you know, Hulk kicking butt, Kamala kicking butt. So in that element is a lot like Destiny. It's a lot like, you know, Ultimate Alliance, where it's just you can have fun with your friends. Even though right now I'm only playing with the AI and the story mode, you know, I can fire this game up with the guys and you know, have so much fun. Remind me back in the Destiny days for sure.
You guys have literally made my week. Just saying that you watched my performance, you know, I never actually see
I've almost unlocked the doors to the facility.
Dude, that's awesome, man. I mean, like I said, we take pride in being transparent. Matt says it all the time that we're the same people on and off camera. You know, we love you guys. You guys are literally our extended family. We do the videos we do with you guys in mind, with your best interest. You know, if it's something we're passionate about, we're probably going to do it anyway. Like we said, we're not doing this just for you guys. We do it because we love it. And the fact that you guys love it is just, you know, a bonus, essentially. But you guys are a driving force for sure. I know for me personally, I love when I have new ideas. When I say, you know, I'm going to make this video for them, I think they're going to dig it. I love that feeling that it gives me where I'm ready to go and start filming. So, from that perspective, you know, it humbles me when people say, you know, when you guys come out and you're like, you know, we love you so much and you make our day and stuff. It's really like you make our day. You make my day, you know. So it really makes me happy. We're cutting a little close there, Tony. Had like 10 seconds to spare before I died, bruh. What's up with that? Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys, all of you that just came by to say hi. You know, I really appreciate it. Taking time off your schedule just to come say what's up. I really appreciate it. It makes me feel better. Not that I'm feeling bad. It's just, you know, I've been a little stressed lately. That's all.
Hector Wong says, "Hey, Pastor, love the lives. Just wanted to say hi and thanks for the content.
The doors are now unlocked.
I'm headed inside.
Sweet. Really appreciate it, man. Leave a comment. Let me know what you liked about today's session, so to speak. I'm not sure how far I'm going to get into it. I'm going to play a little while, and we'll see how far into the story. I think I saw that it was like 39% in, so let me know what you think of today's session of the live. And I appreciate you sliding by, man.
This should be
David
fun.
Young's here. He says, "Sup, fool?"
David Young, what's going on, man? He's one of my I don't want to say real life friends because you guys are my real life friends too, but he's one of my like in-person friends. Like I know him outside of YouTube, and I always love it when my my outside friends come and show me some love. So David, what's going on, bro?
A resistance ally is
What's up, Kylo?
nearby and needs your help.
It happens, man. You know, it's not. It's just something to be, when you're stressed out and you're having a bad day or whatever, just be aware of it. You know, don't deny yourself to feel something. You know, no feeling is permanent. We learned that a couple days ago. So definitely don't deny yourself what you're feeling. You know, allow yourself to feel. But, you know that it's always momentary, and, you know, you make the best out of it, and just make sure that you don't keep anything bottled up, and, you know, that kind of thing. Stuff you heard about, I'm sure you heard about, but it's so true. The simple things can save your life, for sure. Thank you so much, man. Like I said a couple minutes ago, we all thrive on being transparent. I think well, I can tell you for sure it's effortless, you know, on our parts. I know I can speak for myself 100%, and I'm pretty sure I can speak for the rest of the guys on that too. We are 100% transparent. That is just how we are, and the fact that you guys can see that and enjoy that and vibe with that are just perks to the, you know, perks of it. It's just a happy, you know, happy perk because we are that way, you know, regardless. So it works out. I also want to thank, I think I have like 23 people in the chat right now. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. We are, if you're just joining us now, we're getting further and further into the main storyline of Marvel's Avengers game on PS4. So hopefully I don't die as much as I have been dying, and I can get some serious progress into the storyline. Alright. Use the elevator. One among the fence, man. Heck yes. Coheed is awesome. So that is, guessing I have to go.
Tyler Wren is asking, I can't believe Matt hated X-Men First Class. Like, what?
Well, to be fair, like I think we all, except for Jeremy, we all pretty much gave it like a low score. We're talking about X-Men First Class. I know for a fact I didn't think it was a terrible movie. It just didn't hold the same just like impact that the original movies held. We were talking about it today, actually. Matt and I were talking about it. Well, we all were talking about it, but we talked about how we just feel like watching the newer movies with like you know, Jennifer Lawrence and Michael Fassbender and stuff, for the most part they just make the originals that much better. And I think that's very true. I think it's a very, you know, accurate statement that they solidify the Hugh Jackman era of movies. They just do in a weird way. I don't know why, but that's how we pretty much collectively feel about it. And the movies are not bad. Like, the new movies are not bad. They just lack something. I think the chemistry is a little forced because even though the X-Men universe is established, the chemistry was not established. So with the exception of just the stellar acting of James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender, the rest of it has to kind of happen in the script, in my opinion. So that's just what it is. I don't think we hated it. It's just coming off of the MCU, it just didn't hit the high marks that the MCU did. So I think we all gave it passing scores. So I don't think we, or maybe we did. I'm trying to remember, especially since we just came off of rating 2 movies. I think we gave it just like borderline score. I think I gave it a borderline score. It was okay. It wasn't bad, but I definitely can appreciate those of you that love it. You know, that love it. It's Jeremy's favorite X-Men movie, so I mean, I can definitely see why, as a nerd, as a fellow X-Men fanatic, I can see why you would look at it as like, oh, it's so good. But I personally just had expectations that I wanted to see certain things. I wanted them to do certain things, and they didn't do it. So that is what my score, I guess, was reflecting on. What's going on, Matt from Matt Lane Fitness? Yo, what up, brother? I just saw you like 30 minutes ago, bro. What's up? Oh, you're asking besides Logan, what's my favorite X-Men movie? My favorite X-Men movie would probably have to be Days of Future Past. You wanna check on the baby? Okay, babe, no worries. My favorite X-Men movie besides Logan would have to be Days of Future Past. The fact that they included Bishop, the fact that they you know, showed for the first time what is it? James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender, Ian McKellen, and Patrick Stewart in the same movie. Of course, that scene where both Professor X are X's or Professor X, both of their characters or actors are having that dialogue and, you know, giving yourself that moment of mentoring your past self so that your future self doesn't make the same mistakes or doesn't make mistakes. It's just so deep, you know. I think Kitty Pryde had a really good role in that movie, and even though again it wasn't, you know, a perfect movie, it was still good enough for it to be my favorite besides Logan. So Ash is checking on Luke right now, so I'm gonna be a little slow reading the comments for a little bit, unfortunately, just because I don't want to die in the game. But I'm gonna try and do my best here and read them while I just hit the combat buttons, and hopefully the Hulk and Tony and Kamala can help me out here. Hey David, man, if good luck on the assessment. I think that's what you said before the comment went away. Good luck on it, man, and knock it out the park. I know you can do it, bro. What's going on, Savage Gamer? How's it going?
Don't do anything until we've fully distracted A.
We're just warming up the engine.
Savage Gamer, I'm doing pretty good, man. Just progressing through the storyline while my 2-year-old is like hulking out in his bedroom. His mom's over there trying to handle it. So if you guys hear a screaming child, that's what it is. It's Luke just hulking out. No, I'm down. God, oh, it was one of those bomber droid things. Got it. Kamala, help me out.
Thank you.
Alright, so... Oh, we got this dude here. Oh.
This might hurt.
Sweet, got him down. Got one more. Alright.
Wait for my signal, Doctor.
Please hurry, they're gonna find us any second. I just know it.
Alright, so we got one more. That should do it. What next?
Power's out. Forsen, wait another 30 seconds before you take off.
We're getting the hell out of here. We up.
Damn it! Forsen,
Is there another guy? Oh no, that's just his glitched out floating body.
Get topside.
Alright, where to now? We gotta go up. I think the building is gonna blow up. So, ooh, careful. I guess you can catch on fire. That's pretty dope. Let's get out of here. Let's see if I can catch up on these chats while I'm in the elevator. Kill them with kindness. I want Pastor to see my first class comment, but I don't want to spam.
They've locked onto us.
They're gonna get shot down.
Damn it! Give me their last coordinates, Hill.
Pastor, I'm surprised you didn't like first class characters as they were pretty comic accurate. Yeah, and that's what I think I said. I think I said that they were like the costumes and stuff were pretty accurate. I know that especially who they were, like the fact that Beast is often mistaken as I know when I was a child, I even thought Wolverine was an X-Man before Beast was, and you know, of course I learned that wasn't the case, and when the movie came out I went in there knowing that. So at first when I watched First Class I really enjoyed it a lot more than I did afterward, and it was just because of nitpicking stuff, to be honest. The source material, like the accuracy of the source material was there. It's just, for me, the delivery was just less than stellar. It wasn't bad, it just wasn't this like overwhelming performance or overwhelming just, you know, narrative that just helped, you know, balance out the bad, or the not necessarily the bad, but like the less than stellar part of it. It was just a very okay movie. It was a very okay X-Men movie. I definitely liked it more than Apocalypse, I'll tell you that. Apocalypse was just kind of, for me, Apocalypse was just kind of, when I first saw it, it was just like, yeah, it's okay, you know, Apocalypse, it's awesome, you know, I know who he is, you know, I'm not confused as to that. But First Class just had that comic book accuracy, you know. I'm not saying Apocalypse didn't, but I do know that First Class was very like new and fresh to take the X-Men to that level, to see a young Professor, and to see, you know, who of us doesn't want to see a young Yoda and a young, like, you know, Obi-Wan, like younger than like Ewan McGregor in episode 1, like a young Padawan, like legit fresh off of, you know, the trials Obi-Wan, which it was pretty darn close, the Obi-Wan we got in episode 1, but still, like, the concept of seeing a young Professor and a young Magneto, I was like, dude, it's okay that they're not going to do X-Men Origins Magneto, because we're probably going to get it now, and for the most part, that's what we got. It was an origin story of Magneto, which in that regard made it better than Apocalypse for me.
Won't be taking prisoners.
Let's see, anybody else saying? Random Annie saying, we love you too, man. We love all of you guys showing love in the chat, showing love for the channel. All the channels that we have, you know, collectively, all of us. You guys are great. You guys are awesome. One of the best communities, you know, well, the best community that I'm a part of, but one of the best communities, I think, objectively, that I've ever heard of. Taking my, you know, having the ability to mentally take myself away from it, because I can remember when, before, like, myself and even Jeremy became a big part of the My Friend Watches and just the community, you know, in general. I remember it being just a guest star for the X-Men movies, coincidentally. So I can still recall just being a guest, and now you guys have, for the most part, accepted Jeremy and I, you know, pretty wholeheartedly into the you know, the group. So it's awesome, really, really awesome. All right, so what do we got here? What are we doing? Didn't mean to do that, but it's done. So defeat all the enemies. Got it. It's easy enough to do. Alright, well, one down. And here they come. I love that move. It's a classic Natalie, dude. or Natasha, not Natalie, Natasha. All right, health bar doing good. Enemies keep popping up. Let's do it. Oh no, I didn't. Hey, Joyful Spirit, welcome to the chat. Whoa, welcome to the chat. Or welcome to the live, really. You've been here before. Oh no. Ooh, nice. Time to bail out and get some health, dog. Bail out, bail out. I know they were talking amongst themselves. Oh, everyone's down. That sucks. Well, we died once. Death count 1.
And the comic book says he's surprised that you didn't like the first class characters as they were pretty comic accurate, which I think you already addressed that.
Yeah, that's like the last big topic I was talking about.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, because on my end the game is pretty much muted. I'm pretty much just reading the subtitles. Can you guys hear the game volume okay? You know, comparing it to my voice, are any of the audios like shadowing the others to the point where it's like you guys are just not, you guys are just making do with it, and you know, it's not, it could be improved, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't think so. I think Abomination is pretty much they've already like explored him as far as they're gonna do. I would be shocked if we even get another Hulk movie. I think that's the only way Abomination will work, is if we got another Hulk movie, which I don't think we're gonna get. I think the fans would pretty much reject it unless it's like a Thor Ragnarok kind of a Hulk movie, where they kind of take elements of Planet Hulk and just, you know, bleed it into another bigger overarching storyline. I say this as I'm running behind said Hulk. But I don't think we're gonna get another Hulk movie or an Abomination. I don't think Abomination is that highly regarded, to be honest. I think most people think he's pretty forgettable because it's just a big, you know, for most people it's just a big Hulk doppelganger that, you know, is the only way that the Hulk can go you know, pound for pound against someone and not obliterate them. You know, very much like a Doomsday character. Even I think even Doomsday has more of a like a harder, more recognizable backstory, you know, than Abomination does. I often find myself forgetting about Abomination. Oh, when you said campaign, I immediately thought of D&D. Am I doing the campaign? Yes, this is the campaign storyline. I'm doing a playthrough of it. I'm not really focusing on what do you call it, extra missions or anything like that. I just want, when the game came out, I started doing a playthrough of the campaign. So once I'm done with that, I'm gonna go ahead and play through The Last of Us 2 because it's been highly requested by a lot of you guys, and I'm kind of curious as to see what happens. Then after I'm done with that, then we'll go back to a rotation of what games I do live streams on. I'm thinking about doing the side missions for this one, and then you know, after that, then basically just asking you guys and leaving it up to the patrons what they want to see. I'm actually super stoked myself, to be honest. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it. I've heard mixed reviews. I've heard people say that if you're a fan of the first one, you're gonna hate the second one. I've heard people say that the second one is awesome. I mean, I don't know. I'm going into it with an open mind, not really holding it to any standards. I don't want to hold it to the first one because I feel like any game, even if I held Avengers to the first Last of Us, I would go in thinking it's gonna fail, because the first Last of Us was such a great game. I enjoyed every second of that game. So you know, the closest thing to the first one would be a sequel. So if the sequel is awesome, then I'm gonna be very happy. If it's not, then I always have the first one to just fall back on. So I like to go at it with that mentality and not, you know, not just jade it with one person's opinion, or even if it's the population that's just, you know, on the whole is just like, we hate it. I don't want to just jade it in my own opinion until I give it its fair shot. Sorry. Yeah, it was when she was taking care of our little kid. But yeah, thank you so much for the donation, man. I really appreciate it. You know, the super chats. You guys are more than what's the word I'm looking for? Gracious. You know, it's not expected, but it's definitely appreciated. It'll definitely go towards the channel and all the support, you know, whether it's Patreon, whether it's the Teespring, you know, t-shirts and merch and that, which I'm slowly trying to grow as well. You guys are awesome, and I really appreciate it that you guys find the value in the channel and in me as a creator, that you guys want to support in any way that you do. Simply by just giving a like to the videos and subscribing is more than enough. But those of you who want to take it a step further, it's, you know, much greatly appreciated, and, you know, you guys are definitely going to ensure that the channel keeps going.
Then allow me to take the scenic route.
Sweet, the audio's good. That's awesome. That I'm glad, because I know that I'm going to be doing these videos regularly, and if anything ever goes wrong, I want to address it immediately.
Mighty Potato 69 says,
what's up?
Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I just don't want to ignore Matt. He texted me.
I gotcha. Mighty Potato 69 says, I hope in the future we can get more characters with classic white eyes on Batman or Wolverine. If Deadpool can do it, other characters can too.
Oh, 100%. It's very good that it's awesome that you're bringing that up, because I actually have some strong feelings about, from a cosplayer, you know, from a fan. What's up?
Before you say that, Chief has to go. He says he might pop in later, but he has to go. I just wanted to say that before
all right, no problem. Chief, thanks for hanging out, man. If you can make it back, cool. If not, don't worry about it. I'll see you in the next video, buddy.
And then going back on the eyes.
Oh, yeah. I feel really strongly about character authenticity and, like, selling a character and stuff. So for me, it's like, whenever you see Batman and he doesn't have the white eyes, you know, we got a taste of it in Batman v Superman when he's in the suit, and you see that his eyes are just like, you know, the lasers. We kind of got a taste of it in Batman Begins when he has, like, the sonar part, where you see that, you know, or not the sonar part, but the part in it was in the Dark Knight, when he develops that thing that Fox ends up typing his name in to destroy, that unethical, quote-unquote unethical, Cerebro kind of, you know, technology that he does, when you get to see him wearing those goggles. But for the most part, you don't see it, you know. You even saw it in Spawn. Spawn had the eyes whenever he had the mask on. So the fact that Deadpool and even Spider-Man with the, you know, focusing lenses and stuff, that stuff is just so comic book. It's so integral for the story. And, you know, Batman has never had it. Wolverine has never had it. So for me, that's the reason why I would never do a Wolverine cosplay unless it's like Wolverine not in costume, because I can't wear contacts, and if I can't wear the contacts, I don't want to don the character. I do that with any kind of cosplay I do. If I can't do it 100%, I tell myself, no, just don't do it, you know, because it's just part of it. I can't do a Sith Lord because I can't wear contacts. And there's no way that I'm going to do a Sith Lord without the Sith eyes. So I definitely vibe with that. And it's awesome that somebody else sees a detail like that, you know, and feels passionate about it like I do. Because most people just... I'm not saying that if you don't care about it, you're not a fan. But most people just don't care. And not that it stops me from enjoying their performances, like Hugh Jackman, for example. But it does provide that little extra oomph whenever it's super hyper accurate.
Ibrahima Trafor, I'm so sorry I butchered that name, I'm sure, says, hey Pastor, what is the worst film you've ever watched? Catwoman and The Last Airbender online.
Well, one of those is the worst I've ever seen. I really did not like the Last Airbender. When I watched it, I wasn't as big an Avatar fan as I am now. When I watched it, my brother was the driving force behind Avatar. I hadn't met Ashley yet because she's a huge Avatar fan as well. I have grown to be a huge Avatar fan because my brother that was his favorite thing to watch. I didn't really have cable, and my brother and I didn't live together, so whenever I would go over to my mom's house and he would be watching Avatar, I'd watch it with him. Saturday afternoons, that kind of thing, watching reruns. He really dove headfirst into the franchise. So whenever the movie came out, I was like, well, based off of what I know of Avatar, this movie sucks. Now that I know the entire series, I'm like, this movie really sucks. Other than that, I know that at one point I think it was Matt, it was on Matt's Live, we were talking about movies, and I don't know if that person's in the chat now or if they were one of Matt's subscribers, but they got pretty upset at me when I said that I didn't like the movie Buried with Ryan Reynolds. And I didn't mean to make it seem like, you know, the movie was as bad as Avatar, where we can all get together and be like, listen, Last Airbender was bad because it didn't follow the source material, and it didn't even make a good movie on its own. If it doesn't follow the source material, but a movie still delivers a good story and it's entertaining, then I can get behind it. I can just look at it as like an extended universe or just someone else's interpretation. But when something objectively is just bad, the movie's bad, the source material is not being followed like The Last Airbender, then yeah. But Buried is another movie I really didn't like because I was so invested in how was he going to get out, how was this, you know, and I don't want to spoil the movie, but the ending just felt like, it made me feel like I wasted my time watching it. I didn't get anything positive out of it. None of it felt good to watch. There was no redeeming quality, there was no sacrifice, there was nothing of that nature, so I really felt like I wasted however long the movie was when I finished watching Buried with Ryan Reynolds.
Nick Mayfield says, Pastor, since we have Kylo himself here in the chat, what do you think about the kiss with Rey? I personally didn't like it and didn't understand why they went that route.
So basically, I don't feel bad about like going off of like, hey, I wanted Rey to be related to this person, so I hate that she was not related to this person and kissed this one. You know, for me personally, I wanted Rey to be Obi-Wan's daughter because I love that classic, and some may call it cliche, I understand, but the classic story of like hermit who exiled himself, fell in love with someone, and fathered a child. And then I watched Clone Wars and realized that he did have a love. He did have a woman in his life that he considered giving up the Jedi Order and not being a Jedi for. So the fact that that was already a thing before that movie came out, even though I hadn't seen that episode or that story arc in Clone Wars, I thought it was kind of like a missed opportunity to not make the kid, a child of Obi-Wan. I think as a huge Star Wars fan who's getting into the novels and getting into the extended lore, I don't really sit well with Sith Lords having kids. I just don't. I always see a Sith Lord for me to be a kid who had a troubled past or a troubled upbringing, and then they figured out that they were Force sensitive, and then they just found their way to the dark side. I don't like a Sith being a product of another Sith Lord, or I just don't feel like that's necessary in Star Wars. So the fact that they made her Palpatine's descendant or whatever, I thought was kind of meh. Obi-Wan would have made a lot more sense, and with that said though, because I already went into it going like, they kind of missed the opportunity, they could have just done it the other way, I didn't care that her and Kylo ended up together because they weren't related anyway. Like, they could not have been further away as far as how they were related. Being related to Palpatine and then being related to like the Skywalker family, it's like, so freaking out there that it's like, whatever, you guys are not going to worry about any kind of incest or anything because you guys could not be related if you tried. So I was okay with it, honestly. I kind of liked their chemistry towards the end. I love that power struggle. I love the fact that they knew that there was something there, and he gave his life for her. And what if I gave my life for my wife? There would definitely be something there, I would imagine. I would imagine she would live the rest of her life feeling like she loved me in a way that no one else could understand.
Defend the lab's main access point while I hack into their system.
Cody
Warning,
says,
this area will be well defended.
I love that series.
Sorry, I'm trying so hard not to get distracted on the stream, but since we're in the waiting screen, I'm just gonna text Matt real fast. And then I'll definitely get to your question. No, I know what the question was. So, as far as when the next Underworld, my friend finally watched this video, comes out, I honestly don't know when we're gonna do it. Holden has a lot going on, and we just can't seem to get a rhythm as to a schedule. So we kind of do it like based off of whenever he's free, really. And that's why sometimes the videos come out a couple weeks out. They don't come out every week, kind of like how his videos come out once a week. I can't really commit to that, and that's why I haven't like, even though I've been uploading them whenever they're ready on Saturday, because ideally I would love to do them a half hour to an hour after he does his, and then Jeremy, like that one week where you guys all noticed, we kind of did it without informing anyone. We just all had a video upload like 30 minutes apart, and it was like Saturday morning cartoons. I love that idea. I love that was what ended up happening. It made me really happy because it made me feel like I got a lot of, you know, traffic. Holden, you know, obviously got a lot of traffic, and, you know, Matt benefited from it, Jeremy benefited from it. So that would be, in a perfect world, I would love to have our videos come out like 9 a.m., 9:30, 10 a.m., 10:30 kind of deal. But it just isn't. It's not going to work out that way right now. I'm kind of up, you know, at Holden's schedule, really. Whenever he's able to film those watch videos with me and stuff, is when I get to do it. I try to, if we watch it on a Monday, I try my hardest to have it edited by that Saturday. But there were some times where we ended up watching it on like a Friday or a Saturday, and I had to wait for a full week to upload it, because I just, you know, with my life and my job and my kids and everything, you know, I need to find a time to edit it. But I wish I can give you a schedule. It's just I don't know at this point. Hopefully something can be worked out and we can come up with a schedule, but I'm not sure at this point when the next one will come out, unfortunately.
JJ says, Pastor, I'm going to a new school.
You're going to a new school? If you don't mind me asking, are you going to like a new high school or a new college? What kind of school are you going to? Is it a trade school?
Keep the area clear, but stay in range of the control point.
I mean, I think they're a great couple. I think they're both very good looking. Adam Driver is a very, you know, unique looking man. He's not a big guy. Like for me, for example, if I had like Matt's body fat and I was just optimal body fat percentage, I'd be like The Rock. You know, I'd be a really wide dude. But Adam Driver is not a wide dude, but he's not a skinny built guy either. He's a very weird body type. Like his head and his arms are that of like a skinnier built dude, but then his chest is so freaking broad, man. Like his shoulders and his like back and his all that. He looks like an action figure. He really does. So right off the bat, I was like, he's a very interesting looking dude, you know. And then of course he has the long hair, and his voice is very deep, and he's a very if you're a girl, it's his voice. Ashley said. So I mean, they're both. I mean, of course, I think Daisy Ridley's gorgeous. So. When couples just have that chemistry and they're aesthetically pleasing to the eye, not to sound shallow, you can identify with a kiss. So I totally understand and vibe with what you're saying, that like you like the kiss. I can totally understand that. It's not weird or it doesn't, you know, lack making sense. I totally get it. When a couple just works and the chemistry's there, you just, like for me, watching Adam Sandler, which I don't think, you know, no offense to Adam Sandler, I don't think he's like the nicest looking guy in the world. But see the chemistry that he has with Drew Barrymore, having made The Wedding Singer, having made 50 First Dates, and all these movies together. Whenever they appear together and they kiss, I enjoy it because I know the chemistry is there. So I totally get it. I don't know why I got on a tirade about kissing and that, but there you guys go. I don't know.
Random Andy's channel says he's gonna have a live stream soon.
What? I'm gonna check that out for sure. Random Andy, you're gonna have a live channel or a live stream, dude. That's awesome. I'm totally on board. I'd love to show you some love on that. Just let me know when you're planning on doing that, and I will show you some love, bro. Fan what now?
It's FAN and the number 4 STIC.
Oh, Fantastic Four. Yes, adding the number or the digit of 4 to Fantastic is always Fantastic Four. Basically, not to sound like a douche, I'm just trying to tell you. Oh. No, I'm not sure if you're talking about the existing franchise, as far as like the original 2 or the 2015, 16. I'm not sure when. Remake with Michael B. Jordan and them, but I'm not in love with either or any, I should say, since there's 3 of them. Any Fantastic Four movie. I don't think that they crap, I lost that one. I don't think that they like nailed it. You know, like knocked it out of the park like Logan or like the MCU. You know, I think that it was a very weird era in comic book movies, and I don't mean to say that as an excuse, because we did already have the X-Men movies, we did already have Spider-Man, we did already have Blade, so they could have done a better job. I just think that they got a little ahead of themselves. I think they were more focused on having a stellar cast of notable people than going out and just casting relatively newcomers to the role. I think they were more focused on, we need to make sure that everyone you know, understands who these people are. We're going to use, you know, the guy from 24 to play, you know, Ben. We're going to use Chris Evans because he's big right now. We're going to use him to play Human Torch because he's, you know, witty and you know, very sarcastic and all that. We're going to use Jessica Alba because she's, you know, a bombshell to freaking play, you know, Invisible Woman. And then we're going to get someone who's relatively unknown but can definitely pull off the Mr. Fantastic role, because Mr. Fantastic is a very niche character. He doesn't really have a very flashy superpower. He doesn't really have a very flashy backstory, but he is very important to the story. So, you know, then fresh off of like the Charmed success and Nip Tuck and all those kind of shows from USA, because it definitely, the original franchise of Fantastic Four felt like a USA network movie. So seeing someone like Ian McMahon play Doctor Doom was very much like, oh, Nip Tuck is on cable, he was in Charmed, and obviously he's a heartthrob, whatever, let's just have him play Doctor Doom, a very sophisticated villain. I know it probably sounds like I'm really dogging on it. A lot of people don't like those movies anyway. I thought that what they did with Silver Surfer was really promising. I thought that was really cool. It made Silver Surfer, you know, it put him in a really cool light, in my opinion. I'm not sure if they butchered his origin or they butchered his source material portrayal, but I definitely could see Galactus come out based off of Silver Surfer. And that's just back then. Imagine now with all the advance in CGI that we have and all of that, you know, we can really make a really good Silver Surfer movie, which I would be on board for that. Because I love Galactus, I love Silver Surfer, I love Doctor Doom, I love all of those villains and all of those characters that we get to see in things like Civil War, the comic book, but we don't see it in the movie because of rights and bureaucracy and blah blah blah. So whenever they do decide to revisit Fantastic Four, my only things are, please have a good cast of actors rather, that don't necessarily have to have the repertoire, but can have the talent, and should have the talent over the repertoire and the notoriety. And please, for the love of all things good in this world, capture Doctor Doom the best way you could. You guys have had 2 different attempts. I have a feeling that if they bomb the next attempt at Doctor Doom, we will never get a good Doctor Doom. Third time seems to be the charm. It worked with the Hulk. You know, I don't think anyone can argue that it didn't have to happen with Spider-Man, because Tobey Maguire pretty much killed it in a good way. So I'm really hoping that Doctor Doom is done right.
I'm through the first firewall. I'm working as quickly as possible.
Clapperoonie, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. Oh man, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I just failed the mission, but I'm happy because all the kind words. Love you back, man. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Kind of going back a little bit, in the comic book says Pastor Planet of the Apes, amazing trilogy? I think so.
Now, when you say Planet of the Apes, if you're talking about the one with James Franco and Andy Serkis, 100% agree. I love that franchise. I purposely went out of my way to get them on Blu-ray. I think those were some of the first Blu-ray movies that I said I need to get these on Blu-ray. I'm really happy that I got an edition of one of them that has, it came with like 4 or 5 like insert photograph things that are Caesar from the first one all the way to the last one, and when you put them all together, they're like little like 4x5s or something, little postcard thingies. When you put them together, it's all of his faces as he got older, and then the words get spelled out, and it says evolution, or it says revolution by evolution or something like that. And I thought it was really cool because I was like, dude, that's awesome. I love Caesar's character. I love how we got to see him grow from this, you know, project chimp to, you know, this like amazing freaking leader. You know, I feel he was a chimp, right? Am I messing that up? I don't think he was an orangutan. I think he was a chimpanzee, but I could be wrong. I'm really bad with confusing animals, like you know, which one's a porpoise, which one's a fish. He was a chimpanzee. Okay, cool. Caesar, yeah. Because I feel like chimpanzees are the ones that most people use, you know, for like studies of like intelligence and stuff like that. So.
Kylo Ren wants to know: will we ever see Matt's reaction to the rise of the Skywalker?
I think so. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Holden had mentioned that before, that he was thinking of doing a, after like we get caught up on all the requests and stuff like that, he wanted to do like a Star Wars thing closer to the anniversary of the Star Wars video that pretty much put Holden and Matt, you know, the My Friend Watches on the map. So I think as of last time that question was brought up, because it has been asked before, I think that's what Holden planned to do. If that's what he's going to do or not, I don't know, but I think going forward, that may be the plan. Feel free to definitely, you know, ask him next time he does a live, or next time he's asking questions or doing any kind of you know, engagement with you guys live. Definitely ask him, because I know he has a plan. I just don't know what it is. Like Matt says, he flies by the seat of his pants, so we don't know if it's gonna be towards the anniversary of the My Friend Watches Star Wars for the first time, or if he's just gonna knock it out once the requests get caught up a bit. Honestly, I've been thinking about that. That's a good question, because I've been thinking about what's in the comic book world am I anticipating. As far as movies go, that's an easy one. It's definitely Spawn. I want Spawn bad. If somebody told me Spawn was coming out and they gave me a definitive date, I would get all giddy and probably make a video just about my face for 10 minutes, you know, super happy that we finally got a date. TV shows, I'm very interested in watching the WandaVision, because I heard someone say that it's basically Wanda processing Vision's death from a mental health perspective. So if that is in fact what it is about, I am super excited to watch that. I don't know if it's out yet or not, because I don't follow that kind of thing as close as I should, being an avid fan and stuff, but I definitely, when I figure out where it's going to air or how it's going to air, whether it's going to be on Disney Plus or what, I think it is Disney Plus. That's something I'm really excited for, whether it's about him mental health or not. I really want to see what they're going to do with Vision and Wanda, because those are two characters from the MCU that I didn't feel like I got enough of, especially Vision. Jeez. Well, if there are any mods in here, I know Arthur, you were in here earlier. Definitely feel free to, you know, handle that, I guess. You know, I really appreciate it if you guys would, just because we learned from the last time, before I had any mods, we had to get a mod because we were having people, you know, trolling and bullying and just being overall bad contributors to the stream. So definitely feel free to do any kind of modding stuff. And if I need more moderators because of schedules and stuff, I will definitely do what I did before and just probably do a community post and just be like, anybody interested in being a mod, and then just getting two to three more people. I don't want to have 100 mods, but I definitely don't. I'm still learning what it's like to be a content creator from a streaming perspective. So I want to do the best I can, and, you know, utilize you guys, you know, that are offering and stuff like that. So I really appreciate those of you that are mods already. I need to be better about knowing you guys by name as mods. I'm probably just gonna put a note on my office saying these are your mods and stuff, because you guys don't have to do that, and I really appreciate it that you do.
Sorry, like, they're very quick with the stuff, so I'm trying to keep up with it.
That's fine.
Patrick Stewart, is asking if the PO box is big enough for him to send you a lightsaber. Professor
Xavier, if I can call you that, because he's Patrick Stewart, you know. That's a joke, babe. Sorry.
Yeah, I got it. It didn't go over my head. It just took me a second.
So my beautiful wife said to me that not to worry about the PO box being too big or too small. She will have, you know, she will take care of it as far as the post office that we have it on. She knows the people that work there, and they said that if anything comes in with either Matt Lane, Jenna Lane, Holden Hardman, you know, Jeremy Branch, or Pastor Lendor, that they will put it in the office, so you don't have to worry about it getting sent back or being too big or, excuse me, anything like that. It pretty much can be sorted out at the post office, and I will definitely get it delivered. You know, you guys, I'm really excited about the PO box. I know that according to he's in here. I think he's still here. MN Comic Books, one of the, you know, regulars, I should say. He's always on my lives and stuff. He's one of my subscribers that has been with me for a while. You know, pretty dedicated to the channel and all that. Sent me a package tomorrow, and it's supposed to be here tomorrow. I'm super excited about that. Super excited to open it up and hopefully, you know, get a reaction for you guys. I don't think he is against me doing that, but if he is, he definitely will reach out and let me know. And that goes for any of you that send any kind of package. If it's addressed to me, know going into it that I'm okay with doing the content on opening it and giving you your proper shout out and stuff like that. But if you are not okay with it, I am more than happy to keep it private, open it at home with the privacy of like me and Ash, and you know, definitely reach out to you with my thanks and telling you what I think and doing it on a more personal level. I'm up for either way, so I'm really happy and looking forward to all this stuff. I have my first piece of fan mail, as you guys know. I posted it on my Instagram. It was from Jimmy Bryant, and he's very talented, very awesome, very, you know, he captured my fandom. So you know, I mentioned that the Spider-Man and Wolverine canvas that he did, that image has been very iconic for me. You know, I always think of Holden when I see that one because, you know, it's Spider-Man and Wolverine. So it's awesome. It's amazing. So you guys are great at what you do. Keep on doing what you're doing, and keep on showing each other love, each other respect, and each other support. And, you know, good things will be happening, man. That's just the way it is. You put good stuff into the universe, you get good stuff back. That's the way it works.
They're asking you for the PO box address again.
The PO box address is 90 Palm Avenue, Palm Boulevard. Thank you. In Niceville, Florida, 32578. Or 88. I guess it doesn't matter. That's weird.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, doesn't matter. I guess the 90 Palm Boulevard is what matters. That's weird. But anyway, P.O. Box is 1962. 1962. It basically, the significance behind that number is that is the birthday of Spider-Man. That is the year that Spider-Man was created. And that's the significance behind those numbers. I wanted the numbers to mean something. I tried to get Stan Lee's birthday, but it was taken. I tried to get other things like when Marvel was founded and stuff like that. But I ended up going off of when Spider-Man was created because, you know, he is my favorite superhero. So there you guys go. That's why I picked that number. I think I'm going to do one more mission since we're already over the hour mark. And tomorrow I know Ash has to get back to work. I got to do all the whites of my laundry. I did all my other clothes this weekend, but I got to do the whites, my socks, oh, you got it covered? See, my wife's awesome. She fixed it. The towels and all the whites had to be done this morning. I knew when I left to go film with the guys, I had chores to do when I got home. But I'm going to do some more stuff. I think I'm going to probably organize the office a little bit and get some work done before bed, decompress. And definitely, hopefully, if my kid is willing to play along, I'd love to do another live. I really want to get this game finished because I want to be able to do Last of Us 2 and definitely get that engagement with you guys so you guys can see. Even though this is the first time I am playing through this game, I'm paying more attention to you guys. I'm kind of just playing the game and you know, playing it for background. I'm really enjoying the back and forth with you guys. I am enjoying the game though. I know that I'm gonna play it a lot, which is why I feel like I can play it and not really pay attention to the storyline as much as just playing the game. Whereas The Last of Us, apparently, you know, it's worth it for the storyline, which I know that going into it. I feel like I'm just rambling right now.
I'm just typing in what the actual address is for everybody, so they actually have it.
Gotcha.
Physically.
Gotcha.
They were asking.
So I'm gonna do this last mission, and I think after that we'll call it a night for the stream. So definitely, I just said definitely because I saw definitely come up on the chat. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, man. I really appreciate it. As always, you guys are awesome. I love each and every one of you. 3,000. I say that. I'm gonna keep saying it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
And destroy any research you find.
About the game, a bunch of people are asking, like, there's a backlash that's happened on the game, I guess, thus far, and wants to know if you think that they should buy it.
There's a backlash?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, negative comments about the game.
Oh, okay. So my my overall feeling about purchasing this game, Marvel's Avengers, is if you're gonna get the base game, the $59 game, I think 100% worth every penny. There are other options if, like, for example, the money is just, you know, it's expensive. I get it. It's a $60 game. Not everybody can just go and drop $60 and not, you know, go without something, you know, budget-wise. It is pricey. These games are expensive. It is, in my opinion, worth the $60 price tag. You know, as far as the gameplay, as far as, like, the look of it, as far as, like, all the work that went into it. If it's from a money perspective, definitely look out for, like, Facebook Marketplace, you know, Craigslist, GameStop, even if you can get a good decent deal on a used copy. I definitely agree with people that you know, are like, listen, I just don't want to put my foot in my mouth with this and put all this money into it and then I hate it. And I know that only so much of the experience could be achieved by watching someone else play the game. Because if, like, for example, I'm not saying I'm the best at the game. I mean, you guys know that I die a lot. But if, let's say, I am really good at the game and I make it look easy and then you buy it and it's incredibly difficult, then you're going to have a bad experience. So to be safe, I would either borrow the game from one of the many people out there. If you have a friend who's already knocked it out the park, borrow the game from them and play it yourself and see if it's something for you. And if you like it enough to buy your own copy, then I say buy your own copy of the game. I think it's worth $60. I think the game is gonna do nothing but get better. I don't think it can get worse. I think if unanimously everybody says, listen, the game sucks because of XYZ, the creators are gonna fix it. They're gonna get patches. You know, we're in the era of video gaming where nothing is permanent. So don't go into it thinking, oh, I'm gonna just lose all of my money. I don't think it's that bad. So that's my thought on it. If you're on the fence about buying it, borrow it from someone, maybe buy a used copy that's a lot cheaper before you invest the $60, but in my honest opinion, it's worth every penny of $60. And I haven't even finished it yet, so I don't see me changing that answer in the future. Yeah, just read all the comments you can, babe. A Hulk dog? Oh, Hulk dogs. You're talking about probably the Eric Bana when he fights the roided out version of the Rottweiler and Pitbull. Yeah, that, I mean, dude, there's a scene where one of the dogs bites Hulk's like trap muscle, like up here. I think this is the trap muscle. Matt, if you're watching, I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. The muscle, your shoulder muscle, the freaking Brock Lesnar muscle, right, where it makes it look like you have no neck. When the dog bites that muscle and the Hulk flexes, and in him flexing, it breaks the dog's jaw. I thought that was a little over the top, but it was fun to watch. Not to mention him just freaking punching a Rottweiler in the stomach. That looks like an alien Rottweiler. Obviously, I'm not into punching dogs anywhere, but seeing that demon dog just get bodied by the Hulk was just very satisfying as you know, a kid. I think I was like 13 or 14 when that movie came out. But yeah, it was. If that's what you're referring to, I definitely remember the Hulk scenes. Yeah. Well, thankfully, with your phone acting up, we're gonna get the replacements from T-Mobile, so that's cool.
They're inside. Don't let them get to the server. There's a chest with special resources.
Yes, 100%. I loved Batman v Superman. I think I'm gonna, when we get to it on My Friend Watches, you know, whenever that happens, that, you know, we're up to that movie or whatever, I am really excited to watch Batman v Superman again. I think that I watched it with a lot of negative stigma. I watched it with a lot of people saying they hated it. I went into it off the back of people hating Man of Steel because Superman killed, you know, the person he killed. In case people don't want it spoiled, Superman ends up killing someone in Man of Steel, and Superman fans were just like, you know, that's taboo. Batman doesn't kill. Superman doesn't kill. What are you guys doing? I personally didn't have any problem with it. You know, a lot of people, I think, are passionate about that argument, and for me, I don't think it's a very good argument because, you know, things happen, and in real life, you know, I'm not going to get into the politics of it, but sometimes the bad guy does what the bad guy does, and it gets the bad guy killed, and that's just, you know, part of being a bad guy, I guess. It's not. A hero should not go out of their way to save the bad guy over saving the good guy, especially if the bad guy is willing to kill to get to their goal. And that's just my opinion. I'm not saying it's a fact. It's just my opinion. But I enjoyed the movie. I loved Henry Cavill playing Superman. I loved the fact that you know, both Superman. This is not a big deal, but I just thought it was funny that both of Superman's dads, you know, Jor-El and Mr. Kent, were played by an actor who played as who portrayed Robin Hood at one point in their career. I thought that was really funny, very coincidental. But I really, on a serious note, I really enjoyed that interpretation of Superman. I really liked it a lot, and I really enjoyed Ben Affleck as Batman. It was a pleasant surprise to see him play Batman. Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. It's up there with Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. It's almost flawless. I love the Wonder Woman movie. It's probably my favorite DCEU movie besides Aquaman. And Aquaman, it was just awesome because it was visually stellar. That movie was so visually pleasing for me. But Wonder Woman, I think, was a better movie. I just think that Aquaman had that aesthetic going for it. God, I'm glad I didn't have to fight that. I was like, what is that? Oh, it's a Hulkbuster. I'm good. But yes, I really like the DCEU for the most part. It sucks that it pretty much lives in the shadow of the MCU, but I see good things in the future for the DCEU, I think. Especially if people can just take it for what it is and not hold it to any other standard but its own. I do play Warzone. I don't play it as much as like a lot of people do, just because of time and being, you know, playing Call of Duty. When I played Call of Duty competitively, I put serious hours into Call of Duty. I put 5-6 hours a session. With a 2-year-old and a 5, almost 6-year-old, I cannot put that kind of time into a video game multiplayer like that and just lose myself into it. So I don't play it as much as I used to play multiplayer games like that. But yes, I do play Warzone. I actually played a little bit of Warzone at Matt's place today before we started shooting. He was playing Warzone with a buddy of his, and he was like, "You want to play?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And got in there, got a few sweet kills, and then we started filming shortly after that. No, that is a franchise of video games that I don't know why I just never played. No particular reason, nothing like, you know, I stayed away from them purposely or anything like that. I just never got into them. I never got into the Infamous games. I never got into the what is the other franchise that's very similar to that. I'm losing the name on it right now, but I didn't play Uncharted when it was the newest and, you know, freshest game out. I'm now getting into Uncharted, probably because I got all of them for free. But yeah, I'm not a Infamous aficionado, let's just put it that way. I don't mind playing it and checking it out, but I just don't know anything about it except for the experimental dude running around just getting revenge or whatever, and I could be wrong in saying that.
She's just asking if there are any movies like The Princess Bride you know of and can recommend.
Yes. As far as movies that I really enjoyed that have rewatchability that I can literally suggest anyone watch, most recently, Jojo Rabbit. I loved it so much that I watched it last night with Ashley for the first time, her and I are contemplating making, or I'm contemplating having her in a video where I pretty much just talk with her about it, what she liked about it, what I liked about it watching it for the second time. I know that I mentioned in Holden's video of My Friend Watches that I knew I was going to watch it again. In fact, I was going to buy my own copy of it, which I did. I went to Target and bought my own copy of Jojo Rabbit. I was talking about watching it again and then, you know, being eager to, to give my rating if it improved, which I went ahead saying that I thought it would improve. So I'm thinking about doing a video. I'm actually considering it seriously, of doing a video of just Ash and I talking about Jojo Rabbit and getting her opinions and giving my opinion, and you know, pretty much like almost like an impromptu video where it's like I'm not gonna have her watch it, obviously, because she already saw it, but it'll just be us discussing it, giving our highlights, giving our lowlights, you know, that kind of thing. So if you guys are interested in a video like that, definitely raise your hand in the chat and you know, let me know if that's something that'll interest you. And I'll put it up higher on the list of videos I'm gonna shoot this week.
Jose Carnell is asking, have you seen or read The Preacher?
No, I have not. I have not seen or read The Preacher. I don't know. Is The Preacher is it like a movie or a TV show? And is it a book or like is it a book or a comic book? I'm not sure what it is. Okay.
Scuba is asking, do you like any Marvel cartoons?
Yes. I love Spider-Man the Animated Series. I love X-Men is my favorite Marvel like cartoon. I love that it's on Disney Plus. I love that it's on Disney Plus in its entirety. I recently, well, I say recently, it was a couple years ago now, but I haven't watched it yet. I went to one of my local game stores and purchased Wolverine and the X-Men on Blu-ray, the complete series. I know that it wasn't as popular as X-Men the Animated Series, but I do want to watch it. Mainly because, you know, it's X-Men, and because it's the complete series. I don't have to go hunting for episodes and stuff like that. Usually if I get my hands on a complete series, I tend to buy it, even if it's a show I've never seen before, but heard about. Because it is a complete series and I can sit there and binge it and just give my initial reaction and not let my comments or let my opinion of it stew long while I go and watch the rest of it or whatever. I get to just finish it all in one shot and get it all going. So oh crap. Oh, so yeah, so give me the next question. I could totally answer the next question as Venom. I'd be happy to do that.
So they were talking about Matt, how they want to see you on a podcast, and she said that you go to see
yeah, Better Than Yesterday Everyday podcast. It's Matt's podcast that he does with Jenna. They host a podcast. And Matt was wanting to have me on one of the upcoming episodes of that, and when he eats a fruit for the first time, he wants me to be on that too, which I told him yes to both. Pretty much anything Matt wants me to be on. I love his content. I love how he ties mental fitness with everything. You know, because it does live in everything. Mental fitness is in everything, and you know, it's all around us, and life is about perspective, and Matt has a very good grasp, in my opinion, on perspective. I think Matt's a very good mentor. You know, I am 2 years older than Matt, but I look up to Matt in many, many ways. So if he asks me, can you be in one of my videos, it's always an honor for me to do so. So, definitely.
I got a question for you. Scuba wants to know, do you have a favorite bad guy?
Now, do I have a favorite bad guy, just period? I can just say whatever I want in that, or from a franchise? Alright, so my favorite bad guy. Let me think real fast, because I don't want to start the answer and then have to stop to think on the bad guy. Let me think for like 5 seconds on which bad guy I can comment on, because I do like a lot of bad guys. Please don't die, Hulk. There's a Hulk right there. There's Hulk right there. Yes. Alright, so bad guy. I'm gonna pick a movie. Let's go with a movie. Bad guy from a movie. it's a tough one. Oh, I could do that.
My favorite bad guy is Heath Ledger's Joker in Dark Knight by Christopher Nolan.
Hope that captured well in Venom's voice.
Oh, Justin, say the last name. How have you guys been doing out there? The weather here in my area of Florida has been crazy.
Oh, really? Well, we had a little bit of rain today, just a little bit of rain. I definitely see the weather starting to shift towards whatever tropical storm or whatever extreme weather we're facing in the next couple days. I can totally see it getting crazy. I could totally see it leveling out. Hopefully it levels out, and it levels out for everyone, not just, you know, go away from us and go attack someone else. Obviously, no one wants that. But hopefully it just dissipates. But it's just been a little bit of rain, a lot of humidity, which I hate humidity. I have, you know, I don't want to say coarse hair because my hair is very soft, but it is not dead hair. It's not just like my wife's hair where just she rolls out of bed and looks like a supermodel. She doesn't really have to do anything. I have to brush my hair every day, you know, and I don't really like the dew, like waking up and there's like dew on the car and like slipping down the steps and all that. So it's weird.
In the comic book says Preacher is a comic and a TV show.
Ooh, well, since my name is Pastor, I'm almost obligated to check it out, right? I'm gonna look for it. Definitely look for it. I'm gonna focus, like I said, I'm gonna focus this weekend since I finished the mission. I'm just gonna do a little recap here and gonna be calling it a night in a minute. But this week I'm gonna focus on the channel. I'm gonna focus on content creation. I'm gonna film a couple videos. I'm gonna do that video on what Ashley thought of Jojo Rabbit and what I thought of it the second time I watched it. I want to do the video. Hopefully, I can get like the equipment that I'm trying to get, that I can do the impressions video where I'm just doing impressions. They're not all going to be released at the same time. I'm going to spread them out so that I definitely get caught up with content. And I'm going to do a couple other videos and then start definitely pouring my creative juices into Patreon. I want my Patreon to be worth it. I want to obviously keep the patrons I already have and get more patrons because that's the point of having it. I want people to feel like they're getting their money's worth. I am always open for ideas. I am always open to, you know, put content on Patreon that can make you guys feel like it's worth your money and worth your time and your effort and everything in that regard. Teespring's doing okay. I think I'm going to hold off on pouring my ideas into that as much as I have been because I wanted to definitely have more than just 2 shirts. I have like 4 shirts on there now, so definitely check it out. I have a D&D inspired one where it's kind of like the D&D logo, or not the D&D logo, but the Nike logo, my own version of the Nike logo, and instead of it saying just do it, it says just play it. And then I have one paying tribute to Chadwick Boseman that has a couple of Black Panther quotes, you know, paraphrased or whatever, and that's on there as well. So definitely check out the Teespring. I believe the link, I'm going to put it in the video's description to make it easier for everyone, but it's definitely the Snapkeep video store on Teespring. You can definitely just search Snapkeep videos on Teespring, Google kind of thing in the meantime. But yeah, Patreon, I want to definitely make it worthwhile. I want to make it to where people go on there and they, you know, feel like their hard-earned money that they're donating is well worth it. You know, that's the last thing I want to do, especially being new to Patreon. I want to do all the research and learn as much as I can about it, and you know, always optimize my personal Patreon to make you feel like it's worth it. I want to thank the 7 patrons that have already pledged on Patreon with no content. It must be what Jenna feels like. I love you, Jenna. But yeah, so definitely those are my goals for the week. I'm going to spend every day brainstorming, networking, figuring out what the best way to optimize the Patreon and my content. Filming my content. I'm going to buy a microphone for my camera. I don't have an external microphone yet. I just bought this. You can't see it because it's in the packaging, but I bought this boot. I have a Sony camera, and Sony is very finicky with how their cameras operate, so you have to buy an adapter in order to use like a Rode mic or a third-party mic. So I don't have to limit myself to using Sony's mic. I can just buy several different mics that can do several different jobs, and hopefully that'll help. I'll be able to use that and use my camera more often than I do because it's a great camera. So with all that being said, guys, thank you so much for coming by and hanging out with this live. I know I do my lives impromptu. But yeah, definitely always don't be shy. Give me your suggestions, what you'd like to see on the channel, and I will definitely do my best to give you guys as much content as you guys would like to see. As I mentioned before, if you're interested in donating, Patreon is up and running, and you can see what the tiers are going to provide. I'm going to be raffling off as a thank you. I'm glad I didn't forget. As a thank you, I'm going to be raffling off 5 comic books instead of 1 to start Patreon. So next month, because we're already halfway into the month, and I don't know how that works. Next month, I'm going to be raffling off 5 comic books. And instead of 1, because every month it'll be 1 comic, but to start off as like a celebration of Patreon kicking off, I'm gonna do 5 comic books and that Marvel backpack that you guys saw a couple streams ago. I have this Marvel backpack that is the first random giveaway that I'm gonna be doing on the channel. I'm basically gonna take all of the all of the patron names, put them in a random raffle, and draw a name for all the comics and for the bag. The bag is also going to be this thank you for joining Patreon, kind of like a benchmark, a milestone of myself that I branched off away from just YouTube, and I'm doing other things like Teespring and Patreon kind of deal. That is the method behind that. I'm going to be doing a bunch of other random stuff as giveaways for patrons. Like I said, I want to give you guys as much bang for your buck if you're a patron. You know, I have my tiers are $5, $10, and $25 now. I'm thinking about adding a $20 tier that'll be the Sith tier. And for those of you that are Sith over Jedi, I know Patrick, that's for you, buddy. I know you want a Sith tier, so it's coming, bro. I called you Bo. I don't know why. Probably because I'm tired. But anyway, that's enough rambling for tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I love each and every one of you. Of course, Ashley, thank you for reading out the comments. I'm going to let you say bye before we leave, because they don't see enough of you. So if you guys want to see Ashley say bye, she'll say bye. But I'm going to go get myself some water and get some chores done and then go to bed, because I'm beat. I've been up since like 6 this morning. I love you guys. Stay safe. Do what you do best. You know, be good people. Treat each other with respect and love. And I will see you real soon. Ash?
Okay.
Yeah, just say bye to the people.
All right, let me scoot over.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can they see me now? Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Still can't see me. There we go. Okay.
Go.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Just wanted to say hey. Thank you for letting me read the comments. I do apologize if I didn't get to everybody. I tried my best to work with you guys, as well as our son that's in the other room. I'm bouncing back and forth between him and the stream. So if I didn't get your comment, please, the next time we have another live, please come and see us again and let me know that, hey, you missed my comment in the last stream. Please let me read it again. I'd be more than happy to do that. We want to get all of you, but with the time constraint and with everybody commenting at the same time, it is very hard. But yes, once again, thank you guys for letting me comment, and, you know, hope everybody has a great night.
Thank you guys. We love you.